Hold on. Ready, party? Yeah, it's focused, so it'll be there. Ready? Yeah?
It's been 2,199 days since Brent died. It's impressive. It's been safe for you to come down for over a year now.
Somebody please shut the doors.
How'd you do it?
Found me.
I shouldn't tell you this, but when you were on the ring,
Found me? Found me? I just want to say, well, I wasn't alone.
she called you on the radio every day for 6 years.
I don't know why I still do this every day.
You didn't know that, did you?
You still have hope.
You still breathing?
I still have hope.
Clark knew you would come.
Bellamy's not dead, Clark.
Clark's alive. Come on, Clark.
Bellamy!
I'm waiting for them.
You have such a big heart, Bellamy. The only way to make sure we survive is if we exist too. The heart that
I left Clark behind to die, and I can't do that again. Not doing that again. I left it behind. Last time I saw you, you were closing the dropship door.
please don't feel bad about leaving me here.
This is what Clark would want us to do.
You can hear me. Don't wait.
We're safe. Had to be done.
You did what you had to do. It was the only choice.
It's the only choice.
I'm sure that had to be done too. You're not mad at me for leaving you in Polis.
Left me.
Well, I never meant to hurt you. I'm sorry.
So angry.
You have to forgive her. You won't forget this.
I'll give that to you. You're forgiven.
Fine, I'll give it to you. You're forgiven, okay?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. This has happened.
I'm sorry. They made their choice.
You let everyone. Enough.
Stop. Bellamy, stop.
Bellamy, if I do this, she'll never forgive you.
Promise me. I trust him. And I trust you.
I promise. What are you doing?
What I have to. Like always. You put the flaming medicine.
It was the right choice. Clark, you saved us all.
He did that to save us all.
This is how we save Clark.
And now you're...
She's lucky to have you. Leadership is a lonely pursuit.
You don't have to do this alone. We're out of your mind together.
Together.
If you think I'm letting you do this alone, together.
It's weakness. Hey. Our friends are weakness.
Hey,
I was being awakened.
we'll both take losses.
Start with Bellamy, leaving.
Bellamy alone.
I care about him. Now you care about Bellamy. I always cared.
Do you have any idea how much she cares about you?
You're the only one here trying to save someone you care about. You can't let me kill Clark.
She must be pretty important to you.
Okay? She is.
Pleading for the life of the traitor who you love. I will meet again.
I don't see you again.
You will.
Maybe we meet again.
You meet again.
Woo! I can feel the tension.
Wow!
Before I bring up Bob and Eliza, Con again folks have asked me to tell you, please, no flash photography and no video recording. They will actually escort you out if you video record this particular panel. They have the exclusive rights to it on their Facebook Live feed. Take as many photos as you like. Just turn off the flash, please, and no video recording. That being said, Bob Marley and Eliza Taylor!
Stand up. You can stand up and take photographs. Take your photographs. Everybody take your photographs. More photographs. And Yeah. Y'all want to take your photographs? Now's the time to do it. Come on. There we go.
So many.
There's a few people here for you.
All right.
It is a deep couch. First of all, let's thank Bob and Liza for putting on Conageddon. Is the...
Do you want to sit on that?
We feel very low. I know.
I can sit on
Sit on
that.
that.
All right. There we go. That's better. We have, of course, a million fan questions that were kindly submitted online, and also we'll have everyone line up here very politely to ask you guys some questions. But before I get that started, we're going to be auctioning it off, as you know, until 4 p.m. Thank you to Bob and Liza. It was their idea to auction off 2 items live exclusively for you, con attendees, including this Bellamy and Clark custom pop set that Bob has already signed. And this is going to be available until 4 o'clock. There's bid sheets and will call, so Liza, I'm going to have you sign live. Okay. Bob already did. And because Cancer Sauce only ships packages that were also equal opportunity, we have a Clark and Lexa Pride custom pop set as well. And we're going to have Liza sign hers. And if you don't mind that, thank you very much. And for those on Facebook Live and on the internet, there's 56 other items online and available for you. 100% of the proceeds from this and those are going to Cure Childhood Cancer, which is an amazing organization that obviously helps children battling cancer and their families and cancer research. So thank you to Conageddon for partnering for Cancer Gets Lost and for Eliza for this opportunity. So how's your con been?
It's been great. Yeah, it's too hot out.
Show on you have a boat. Your jacket is from your school and has Bowie on it.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah. Bob made it for me for my birthday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I got KTP. This represents my nickname, which is Hurricane Eliza Jane. And a couple of other fun things. Yeah, I love it.
And I just have to say, I'm particularly fond of your Choose Kindness hats, hashtag Choose Kindness, which all of you have exemplified and you still do, and you are the best part of the 100 fandom. So we're going to start with some fan questions that are submitted. We'll take some from Facebook Live, and then we'll have you guys line up in a few minutes. So, at Sky Girl Couture would like to know, one word to describe your favorite scene in season 6 together.
Whoa. Together. I don't know.
Yeah.
Our favorite, one word.
I don't think my mic's working.
Press on.
Huh? I tried to press it. There we go. Is that?
No, let me see.
No?
Let me see. Oh, it should be.
Okay.
Magic touch.
Well, yeah, one word, and I'm still stumped.
Yeah.
I also, like, I did an interview just the other day, and I wasn't even allowed to talk about who I directed in my episode. So, which seems weird.
Yeah, we're under pretty
Like, yeah.
explicit instructions.
But yeah, I guess just together. She's there, and I'm there.
Yeah.
There's a scene.
Yeah.
Words are spoken.
That's true.
Yeah. Never a truer thing has been said. Yeah, sorry about that.
So a collective group of Blark fans sent me some questions, and so rather than name it individually, we're just going to call them a collective group of Blark fans.
Over there.
Over there, yes. With all of the changes to their individual characters, there seemed to be a lot of miscommunication between Bellamy and Clark at various points throughout season 5. What's one thing you wish they would sit down to discuss that they didn't from season 5?
Oh, that's the thing I brought up the other day. We never talked about the Night Blood solution.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
Do we?
It's like, I think actually, did we? Maybe it was very like in passing.
I don't think we did, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
No.
We'll go with that.
Let's see here, there's so many. Okay, they also would like to know, after being connected to the flame, Maddie told Clark that Lexa's biggest regret was leaving her at the door of Mount Weather. Based on Clark knowing how that felt, will she try to make up for leaving Bellamy to die in Polis?
No.
Deep question.
I'm gonna try to make up for that. Yeah. Right? Yeah,
Yeah, sure, why not?
Would you say the relationship between Bellamy Clark is different in season 6 than it has been previously? They're really trying here, you guys.
Oh, yeah. Come on, guys.
Is it different?
Is it different?
Oh, she's
I
there,
mean,
I'm there, I remember
it's
saying.
I mean, it's always like, depending on what situations we're thrown into, it's always evolving, but, you know.
Yeah, I mean, with the whole new
Especially
world,
the
like,
new world,
yeah,
yeah.
that's kind of like the big thing that's preoccupying your minds, I think. Yeah, and we can get down to the things later on. Yeah.
I can't wait for you to all bloody see it,
Yeah.
so that we can actually discuss something
Yeah.
about season
We
6.
have no trailer, so this is the thirst being quenched right now.
Yes.
Yes. So if you guys want to start politely lining up, there's a microphone back there, and you're welcome to ask questions. We try and take some Facebook Live as well. In your opinion, what do you think Bellamy and Clark thought about being the two that Monty and Harper chose to wake up from cryo sleep first?
I thought, duh.
What did we, or Bellamy and Clark think, or what did we think?
Hey.
Both?
I don't know, I felt like, Monty was like a blood shipper. Hey, come on.
Yeah.
But we did bang on about the head and the heart stuff for quite some time.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he thought it was just like healing us, bringing us together so we could be
Better.
at least kind of better people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. I guess I can understand. We kept some kids alive.
We did. We also had. There was, I
It
think
was
we
good. I mean, you know, it was a trial and error. We figured it out eventually.
Yeah.
Without giving away obviously anything, can you say that filming the season 6 finale was on par with season 5 on an emotional level? You're like, no.
It was definitely emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were there, I know, both of you were there.
She was there. No, every season always kind of ramps up, and yeah, it was a pretty crazy season. We were like, in terms of what was happening, I don't know what we can really say, but it's whenever we shoot a finale, it's like all the night shoots start happening, and the crew, like everyone starts getting sick.
Yeah, I was emotional.
Yeah. So like for us, just as people, it's pretty emotional. Yeah, I guess that's one way of me trying to get around answering the question.
Okay, well, I have one more before we open it up, which is to say that first of all, we all went to season 7 and we think it's going to happen, right? Season 7. And God forbid it doesn't, would you find that the season 6 finale is a cliffhanger situation or more of like a wrap-up? I mean, I know this is more of a Jason question, but do you feel like it would answer enough for fans? No.
Like I have so many questions.
Okay. Yeah. Good. So here's to season 7. Okay. We will start with the fan question.
Okay.
Hello, love.
So, I can't personally ever see Bellamy and Clark ever hurting each other, but what do you think would have happened if Octavia had put them both in the tank at this together?
Oh.
Are you?
No, I wouldn't. I don't know. I'd probably like protest and
Oh, you
do
cane?
nothing.
Do you cane?
I'd do
that
a
stuff.
cane, yeah.
I think Bellamy wanted to do a cane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it was me, you wouldn't have hit me.
No, I don't think so. It depends on who else was it. Like whoever that third person was, they're dead for sure. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to go into the ring with a regular character.
No.
Hello. I know you two get some kind of input on certain scenes. So if Jason Rothenberg came up to you and was like, all right, we're shooting a scene where Bellamy and Clark are singing something. You guys get to pick the music. I know you can sing Bob. Hit the road, Jack.
Many moons ago. Yeah, but Bellamy can't. That's the thing.
Yeah, I can't imagine Bellamy singing.
Bellamy singing.
anything.
He did when he was janitoring. Yeah.
You think they'd like to sing?
I don't know. Jason like picks kind of obscure stuff. Yeah. So you'd have to kind of run past him, but yeah, I can't see Bellamy really singing all that off like that much. Yeah. But maybe he did. Maybe he
Sing
did.
like Ring of Fire by Johnny
Oh yeah, I was thinking he'd go down that way. That path.
Yeah, I could see that.
Uh-huh.
Season 7, the musical season.
Oh no, hell no.
Please.
sing on Earth? No. Can you sing in your Clark voice? No.
It's a resounding no.
That would be, yeah, that would be interesting, actually. I don't know if I could do it. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, and to that sweet angel that lent me this, can I give it back to you at some point? Yes.
Yeah.
Can I use it for the rest of the day?
We'll be around.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Eliza. Bob, last year at the Conagadon, you said that one of the most challenging scenes to film as an actor was in season 5. Was it the Octavia poisoning scene or any other scene were you referring to?
I mean, yeah, it was probably the Octavia scene, but you know, like I said in my panel before, like the scene with Monty and Harper, and then you know that was crazy. It was a crazy day. And yeah, that was
Those two scenes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just one small request, like there is a deleted day trip scene in season 1, like where you just say to Clark in that when you're leaning against the tree, let's
yeah,
just
I'm
go.
aware of
Yeah.
that scene.
Can you just say that in Bellamy's voice? Just
What do you want me to do?
the wording was let's just go, or I forgot exactly.
Oh, the line that wasn't there?
Oh, yeah.
Bellamy voice.
The one that I refused to say.
Bellamy voice, please.
I can so see you gotta put a video together with this
Video.
What's the line?
Screw everyone else, let's just go.
Yeah.
Yeah, screw everyone else.
Okay. Screw everyone else. Let's just go.
Thank you so much, Bob. Thank you. Actually, one second. We have a Facebook Live question that Tom's going to read for us.
Yes, this is from Ashley Patino, and it's for both Bob and Eliza. What is the best piece of encouragement or advice you would give to those aspiring to follow their dreams and make a difference in the world today?
Okay, that's it. I think you just got to keep fighting for it. That's the thing. Things will get hard, and then you'll feel like you can't achieve it. But you just have to be vigilant and just keep working towards those things. If you truly want it to happen and you want to work towards this goal, then don't let anything get in that way. You know, I think that's definitely true of us as actors. It's like it's so many years, like nothing ever happened or anything like that, and that was just something inherent inside me that I had to do. So, if you feel that passionately about it, then don't ever let go of it. Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of it, really.
Yeah.
I was going to say the same thing. Totally agree.
All right.
Thank you.
Hi. So Bob, I think it was yesterday or maybe today, but I don't remember, sorry. But you said that if you think that for Bellamy, it's like very flattering for him to know that the way that Maddie thinks so highly of him is because that's how Clark perceived him to Maddie. And you said that if he ever really you thought as an actor that if he ever sat down to really think about that and what it means, it would probably make him incredibly upset or emotional. So I was just wondering for Eliza, on the other hand, in the scene where after Clark left Bellamy in the pit, and Maddie's trying to convince her to go back, and she tells Clark that that Lexa's biggest regret was leaving Clark at Mount Weather. And that Lexa didn't want Clark to make the same mistake with Bellamy. So she kind of compared Lexa's love for Clark to Clark's love for Bellamy. So do you think that that's something that's gonna come up? Is that something that Clark, you think will is that gonna make her think about anything or
Oh boy.
Like Bob said, he thought it would make Bellamy very upset or emotional to really sit down and think about it. So how do you think Clark would feel if she really sat down and
How would she feel? I mean, she would still be
what kind of realizations would she
answer the question.
Oh, jeez. I'm getting lost in that question. What is the short version?
How do you feel about what do you think it means that Lexa through Maddie compared her own love for
Right. I think that they're, Bellamy and Clark are, partners in life, and they not like that, guys. So I think that there's a lot of love there. I don't know.
Don't look at me. It's
Stop
not
looking at me. That's a really tricky one to answer. Thank you. Sorry. I think we're trying.
Thanks, love. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Okay, my name's Lucy. My question is, you guys have been, your characters, every time a new season starts, just shit hits the fan over and over and over again. Sorry.
So much shit. Such a big fan.
So, you guys, if you were to compare what your characters are hoping for versus what they're expecting with this new planet, would it be the same? Or they're like, yeah, no, this isn't going to be good? Or
We had no idea what to expect from, going down there.
But I also feel Bellamy, not that he ever hopes for war, and they talk about war, he's not doing that and stuff, but in times of crisis, I think that's when he feels the most useful. I feel like he when it's a peaceful time, he feels like he kind of lacks purpose.
I love it.
Yeah. Do you like downtime?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah,
She
you
likes
have
it.
all those trinkets and stuff.
Yeah.
You draw pictures
I draw
and whatnot.
pictures,
Yeah. Bellamy stands there and just stares at the earth for 6 years, hoping to get back there and just screw it up. There's part of Bellamy that I think needs to have that driving force of an outside threat. Not that he's hoping for it. That's good. I'm thinking about that. Oh boy. Yeah. Anyway. Yes. Cool.
Thank you.
Sorry. Child.
Hey, I'm Ava.
Hi, love.
So in season 1, Bellamy and Clark, they led together, side by side, and they really depended on each other more in season 1, I personally think. So, I was wondering if in season 6 we're going to see that same concept of them leading together, rather than hate or
the kind of the small amount we can talk about it, the responsibility of leading together is kind of bestowed upon them by Monty at the end of the season. So,
it is. That's kind of cool. I think that.
Yeah, and Bellamy and Clark still had stuff to talk about. So there's Monty's bringing these two back
After our
together.
long nap.
Yeah.
A lot to talk about.
There was a lot.
So many dreams.
Oh yeah.
200 years worth of dreams.
That's a lot. Yeah. Anyway, but I think that there is part of them where they have to lead together. They kind of owe it to Monty to lead by example. So, without giving anything away about what's happening in season 6, then, Monty kind of teased that up. Monty and Harvey teed that up the season.
Going to be leaders again. It's kind of nice.
Thank you.
I expect you to say, well, we're both there.
Yeah,
Which is
we
good.
were both there. She was there. We said words.
Hi, I'm Julia, and I have something to say before I ask my question. So, Eliza, yesterday I was really nervous meeting you. I just want to let you know, I love you so much. Clark is my favorite character, and what you talk about with body positivity, like it's really helped me start the process like a lot more.
Thank you, love.
And so, Bob, you're also amazing.
Yeah.
The question, I just want to know like how you're doing, like what, like any life updates or new projects you're working on.
Life updates. I just had a Caesar salad. Bit too much dressing, I've got to say. I'm not really, I mean, I'm just excited. I'm going back to Australia to premiere my documentary about the school, so that's exciting. Yeah. So doing that in Melbourne and going to do it again in the Gold Coast, and yeah, I'm really excited to spend time with family and just spend like a full month back home, doing a whole lot of not that much. But that's it for me, really. Yeah.
And hanging out with Bowie.
And hanging out with my pup.
Yeah.
Although I can't do that in Australia because they quarantine them for like 2 months.
You leave him home in
I have to
Vancouver?
leave him in Vancouver, yeah. But he's in good hands. He's with my Nina.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thank you. We have a Facebook Live question too. Tom?
This is from Rhonda Agnew, who says, Bob, how hard was it filming with a bad knee?
Yes, it sucked. Yeah. You know, like I love to be able to play Bellamy fully and completely, and to have your body not cooperate with you. You know, even day to day, it really sucks. You know, I'd spend a lot of the scenes worrying about my knee collapsing or being in pain. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough, and you know, I'm not gonna lie, it brought me down quite a lot. Yeah, and I found it really hard, and still, like, you know, 8 months after the injury, still struggling with it because I didn't have time to recover. It's, yeah, it wears on you mentally, and you know, I would use exercise as a way to clear my head, and then to have that taken away, yeah, just wasn't great. So it sucks.
We love you, Bob.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, I'm Callie. So I am from Philly and Camden, New Jersey area, and so I do. I help run a nonprofit soccer program for inner city kids, and it's really awesome. And both of you guys, I know, are involved in your communities, obviously with the school, and then also like talking about mental health and things like that. And then obviously Joe, like, you know, cancer, get lost. I guess my question is, how important was it for you guys? You know, what you felt like you had this platform to be able to do something better for the bigger world community, and also where did that come from? You know, like beforehand.
Mine is like, you know, that obviously my godchildren are in Kotal, so that was, I mean, I'd always wanted to do something, I just didn't really know what it was. And when I saw the kind of quality of education there, it wasn't the best. And a lot of like Burmese immigrant children were being sent back to Burma, being separated from their parents, and at like the most crucial ages, like 5 to 12, you know. And then a lot of them would just be put to work at 12, and it just didn't sit right with me. Another aspect of it is that there can be so much negativity on social media, which I experienced, you know, my first couple of years on the show, and I thought, well, I've got all these people who want to hear me out, and all I'm doing is reading negative stuff, and so I was like, I need to use this and turn it around, you know. So now that's all I really post about is my school, and that's how I get all of my donations, and now it has become a light in my world as opposed to a darkness. So,
I think for me, I to be honest, like I didn't really realize how much it like the reach that I had and how much it affects everyone here, and whether, like, you know, that it's still very bizarre for me to hear that I've helped you guys or through situations and whatnot. It was basically, I've suffered with this since I was quite young and still do and still struggle, but it was more about just, like, I was tired of it seeming like it was taboo, like that people have to suffer quietly and and feel like alienated by it because I know that everyone has to go through this. And it was more of just me expressing my, like, you know, I didn't have the thought of like, oh, being able to reach out to all you guys. It was me just telling my story. And the fact that, you know, you guys can relate to it, you know, that's your doing, and I'm glad that I could do that for you. Yeah, but it was more just a, you know, like, you know, you can have cries for help or whatever they are, but this is, I just felt like this is something that I needed to do for me. This is my way of saying, fuck it, I'm not gonna live in a world where I can't talk about these things. And I don't want to. So, yeah. Sorry about my language.
Hi, I'm Danielle, and first of all, Bob, I would also like to apologize for being so nervous yesterday.
Oh, don't worry. Didn't I just say, F it? You can feel these things?
But I would like to thank you for trying to calm me down.
That's okay.
So my question is, why do you think Clark was so hesitant to tell Bellamy about the radio? Do you think she was somewhat afraid of being that vulnerable with him?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. There's a part of her that maybe she didn't want him to know that she had to lean on him.
Yes, a bit desperate.
Yeah, exactly. Probably a bit of that. Probably a bit embarrassed. Nah, yeah, you know, like I think that the two of them, you know, they do show weakness to each other, but yeah, maybe Clark just wasn't ready to reveal that to him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, so space crew were up there for so many years, stuck just eating algae. If you were just like eating one.
Yeah, how do they gain so much weight? Oh, come on, no! It was a joke! Carry on.
If you're just like eating one food item for that many years, what would it be?
Oh, tomatoes for me.
Yeah, he loves
I'm
tomatoes.
like crazy for them. I even grew my own this year with an arrow gun.
What now?
So an arrow gun, it's just like a UV light. I guess most people grow weed with it. I like to grow tomatoes with it.
Liza, what would your food be for 6 years?
I mean, it would be Vegemite on toast. It would, I love it. It's like it's a real staple.
Like a bit of tomato on that.
Yeah, bloody good to go.
That was the most Australian answer you've ever given.
I know, but I love it. And I miss it so much right now.
You tried to
Someone
serve
gave
it.
me some though. If you're in this room, thank you.
You tried to serve it to me, and I'm like, do you have any butter? Like, no. It's an acquired
I have
taste.
with butter. What kind? You want an animal, Eliza?
Of course I have.
Butter the bread and then you put the Vegemite on.
I'm a little animal. Just to roast without it.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste.
Okay.
Thank you for your question.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, Ash.
Hey. Okay, this actually segues perfectly into my question. So, you guys both being Australian, what are some things that Americans do that you think are just a little bit weird?
Oh boy.
Yes, safe space.
That internet is not a safe space. Yeah. You know, there are some fundamental...
I can't stand Hershey's chocolate.
I
I can't stand it.
Yeah.
I think that it's, I know, I'm so sorry if I've offended some people. Thank you. Yeah. So I've got some people agreeing with it.
Yeah, I realize I'm in America right now, and I don't want to...
That's anyone
Yeah,
else.
exactly. Look, You know what I don't like? It's like white guys, like there's the imperial and metric system and your Fahrenheit. Every country in the world, get on board.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, my question is, would you guys like to see Bellamy and Clark get together on the show?
There it is.
It's bound to happen eventually. That question. mean, I get that a lot, obviously. But I just like answering with You've never heard that before. I love working with Bob, and we've known each other a long time.
Yeah.
So in whatever capacity that is. I'm not really fussed as long as we get to do things together.
Yeah, the thing that I'm a little bit reluctant about is sometimes when you get into relationships, the characters themselves can kind of be a bit diluted and they just become this one unit.
Yeah.
I would hate for the two characters to lose the head and the heart aspect of themselves and just be this kind of become a boring couple, doing crosswords.
Yeah. We're never gonna do crosswords.
Who's got time to print a crossword anyway?
Yeah, we don't have printers.
That'd all be back from like 2000.
Or maybe we do on those and shit.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Look, but as long as I get to work with EJ, then I'm pretty damn happy. So.
Thank you. Your evasion skills are amazing, by the way. You're so mastered it 6 seasons in.
Oh yeah. We're like politicians.
Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm Allison.
Hey.
Oh, sorry, I like down in the wheelchair. So my question is, so if you could create or have a superpower that you would want to have, what would your superpower be? For you, for both of y'all.
Yeah, I've thought about this a lot.
Go on. I'm still thinking. Well, I mean, I know what I've
Mine is it's a montage power, right? So basically, if I want to learn how to fly, we put on a song, I have a montage, 3.5 minutes later, boom, I can fly. For anything. I want to cook a tiramisu stew, boom, 3 minutes later after a sweet little song, there you go. Montage power.
That's ridiculous. That's very creative, Bob.
Thank you, I've been thinking about it for years. If I could actually do it. Yeah.
You're thinking about it right now, aren't you?
See, we were doing this con and we did a 3-minute video and we're like, man, that was a great weekend. That kind of stuff. If I was like, hey, let's go on a day trip. 3 minutes later, we're sitting down on the couch wasn't that crazy? See? So it's time saving also.
Yeah. You're right, it does save a lot of time. There's a couple of the classics that I'd love to be able to do. I always said that I wanted to, because when I was a kid, I was a fan of Child. I always wanted to be able to freeze time. I wanted to be Piper. It's very embarrassing now. But I loved that show. I dream about being underwater, and being able to breathe underwater all the time, and living underwater. It's in my dreams nearly every night for some reason. So that would be probably my main one. Not a submarine, but just free, just
They should put you in Aquaman 2 then. They should put you in Aquaman 2.
The aminals. No?
Yeah, I'll just do a montage of it, that's it.
Awesome, thank you guys.
Thank you. 1 second, we have one more Facebook Live question.
This is kind of a easy one for y'all, softball. From Claudia Martin, if Bellamy and Clark could go on vacation, where would they go?
Probably Australia. I mean...
yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Melbourne.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Hey, I hope this is one that you guys can answer. I remember from the sizzle reel that when Clark is showing Maddie her sketchbook, there is a picture of Bellamy, and then in the first episode it's removed, I'm pretty sure. And all the radio calls, it's never specified who she's speaking to until the end, and then Maddie says, Clark radioed you every day for 6 years. So I was curious when you guys saw the script for 513 and that line, you're not upset with me that Clark says on Aboard Allegis and you say the commander ordered me not to be or told me not to be. Did you guys find that satisfying, or did you wish it had been a little bit more fleshed out in that episode? I know you can't say what's going to be in season 6, but I was wondering, did you feel like it was satisfying for 513?
I think
If we wanted it, I think we did want that to be a bit more.
Yeah, but I think we actually do kind of address that a little bit in the next season.
Yeah, we did.
So, it's always kind of like that. You know, you get to the finale and we just hope we get another season where we can kind of explore that story.
Yeah, sometimes it does, you know, we get it, it's very fast paced, and I mean, obviously we're trying to escape a planet that's about to explode.
There's always something like that.
Yeah.
It's in the way of this conversation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jenny. My question for both of you guys is, back at the end of season 2, after Mount Weather had been defeated, more or less, how do you think things may have changed if Clark hadn't left?
I don't know.
So I was like,
I reckon like Bellamy might have had more time to make sure his sister didn't just get that crazy tattoo.
Yeah.
It was so crazy turning up and she just had this like neck tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she got angry at Lincoln for just putting on a guard's uniform. Seemed a little... No, had she stayed? I don't think, I think she would have left eventually. She needed to have that time to herself. I think Bellamy probably would have had a better understanding of it had they probably had more than 3 minutes at the gate. And then they had a conversation about it. But I think that she did the right thing for her. And Bellamy would have understood had they had more time, and then eventually she would have gone. I don't know, it's your character.
That's true. I was just listening to you. Yeah, I think it would be, I mean, she would have been a bit of a mess though. I don't know if I would have been any help if I'd stayed. I think I would probably just lock myself in a room and still have made you do everything.
Didn't you dye your hair also? Do you reckon you still would have dyed your hair?
No, I think that was my disguise.
Oh.
I think that was once I realised people were after me.
Yeah. I see.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey y'all. I wanted to know, okay, so you can't talk about the future, but I do want to ask you about a scene from the past. Hakeldama, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Oh, yeah.
But that scene where Clark comes back and you have that confrontation, that is probably the best scene of the entire series for me. And I was,
Which one is that?
For a handcuff?
Oh,
really?
Well, it's very emotional. A lot of things that needed to be said were said, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so my question is, if there was anything either of y'all could talk about the behind the scenes of that, was that the final version of that? Did you have to work on it for a while? Is there anything you know? You're smiling, so there's
it was important for us, that scene.
Yeah, we did work on it.
We worked on
previous
it.
to shooting it.
Yeah, quite a lot. I think it was really important, and it was a very emotional day.
Yeah.
And I think I was sick at the time, wasn't I?
Yeah, you weren't feeling so great. Also,
yeah, I had the flu.
These things, like, you know, in the edit they come together, but like coming up and handcuffing someone without them knowing, that bit didn't really work. And, you know, when stupidly actors want things to feel real.
Yes.
You know? And so I remember being in it and just being like, can we just be above the hand so I can just mime this thing? Because I was kind of getting in the way of the performance that we were doing. There's aspects like that, like things when we're shooting them, like for us to stay in character in the moment and stuff like that, like really, you know, especially when I work with you, it's easy for us to maintain that. Like we can kind of drop out of it and then come back into it. But yeah, on any given day, like, you know, camera crew moving around and all that kind of stuff, it can be tricky to get back to there. And I remember you busting out your performance and me being like, oh crap, I'm not going to be able to match that.
Oh, come on.
No.
I'm not.
It's
I wasn't feeling my best.
As actors, I don't know whether this is true or not. Maybe this is something that's wrong with me, but you do see someone else deliver a performance, and like it can be quite daunting when you go, okay, so that's what you did, and it was really good. How am I supposed to be able to match up to that? Or you can use it to elevate you, but you usually shoot one side first. So like if Eliza was like smashing it out of the park and I was working off that, then we have to wait like an hour before we get around to this side.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to kind of keep that momentum up. So
fresh bread.
Fresh bread, that's right.
We have like a saying that's Fresh bread.
Fresh bread every time,
Yeah,
straight out of the
break
oven.
open fresh bread and it just smells so good. And yeah, that's what.
Yeah, just keep that up.
Keep it fresh bread, man.
Yeah. So keep a loaf of fresh bread on you at all times.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Clark and Bellamy are an amazing duo, as I think this whole room agrees with. And it was just an
There's a
amazing-
Woody,
But there was a video reel that just had a bunch of moments between Clark and Bellamy. What scene or moment or conflict between those two are each of you most proud of?
I think we both love that one on the beach.
Yeah, on the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, like
Yeah.
we're about to go over and see Luna.
Yeah.
It was just a
It was a really challenging day. We'd already, it was the last scene of the night. We'd already been
It had
working
been
for
raining all
like
that
14
day,
hours
right?
and we were
Had
exhausted.
that big scrim that was full of water above the fire with like Devin and Marie over there.
Yeah, and it was pouring.
And yeah.
And we were cold.
But it was also like...
And we didn't think that we had it in us, and then just something kind of, it just...
Yeah. And there was like a stillness, yeah, there was a stillness on that night, and it just felt like everything was quiet, and it was just, it's hard to feel like it's just the two of you in a space when you've got like 100 crew around you, but on that particular evening, it did feel like everything else just kind of disappeared, maybe because it was so dark.
True.
That it was just,
we just felt really in it, and it was, and we were proud of it when we got to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And keep up all the great work. Cheers.
Thanks, mate.
Let's get someone to pull the microphone up there.
There we go.
So, if your characters could play one sport, what sport do you think they would play?
I don't know what's like. I know that on the arc, you guys got to watch sport. Like the upper class got to watch sport. What were you watching?
I always watched soccer, yeah. So I guess I would play soccer. I reckon Clark should be alright on the field. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah, Clark would.
No, that's fair. That is fair. We've never kicked around a soccer ball.
I've never
We
seen
haven't
you.
even kicked
I've
a
played
footy.
soccer. How do you ever kick the footy? Either? Yeah.
You're pretty good at that.
Yeah,
actually.
are you?
Yeah.
I've got no one to kick the footy with.
Oh, you kick
Because everyone's like Canadian or American. So
Yeah.
no one has a... Cool.
All right.
We'll go kick the footy later.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't know. Bellamy seemed to run a lot. Maybe he would have run. And then as we get into the later seasons, he's probably become a rugby player. Starts getting a bit thick. Yeah. People think I play rugby, but I don't. Oh yeah, he plays soccer, sure.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You didn't put Raven and Murphy up there in the space crew?
Yeah, actually we did have a soccer ball up
You
there.
did?
You know what was
There you
funny?
go.
That soccer ball only turned up in that spaceship because when we were shooting the Monty Harper scene, Ian Samuel, our first AD, came on and said, Bob, he's like, because we're all crying and stuff, and he's like, Bob, can you just like do something stupid here? He's like, throw a ball at me. That's why that ball ended up in the scene.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So there you go.
There you go. He gave me some stuff about it being, sorry, about it being, like trying to say that there were kids there once and,
No, whether we had that soccer ball turned up in Mount Weather.
Oh, yeah.
And then it kind of like blasted through that, but when we were shooting that day and everyone was like the whole crew was bloody crying.
Wow.
And it was like, oh, you were there?
Oh, do you remember
the Hop and Monty thing?
Oh, I thought you were
She
talking
was
about
there, I was there,
West
Whoever said. Played an almond, right?
Right.
So
Sorry,
anyway,
guys.
yeah, but that day when we're all...
Yeah, well,
So
yeah,
get the ball out and like,
that was a mosh.
be an idiot.
That was totes a mosh.
Yeah. Just like, go be a clown. I was like, I'm too sad to clown around.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Bob, earlier in your panel you talked about Murphy and Bellamy being kind of like brothers in a way, and then earlier you said that when they were up on the arc in the circle that
Bellamy didn't really know what to do with himself. And that was very much the same thing going on with Murphy. What do you think it was that kept Bellamy grounded? And for both of you, a big theme in season 4 was hope. And that seems to be, at least to me, what keeps them really going. So what is each of their source of hope?
In that particular, those 6 years up there, I think Bellamy, and like if you watched it, Bellamy was looking down there wondering how his sister was in the bunker. That was his kind of thing that he thought about. He thought Clark was dead. And which is really surprising. I remember we were shooting this, and I don't know whether this actually made it to the final cut, but there's this bit where McCreary's like, oh, she's a pretty one too, and then Bellamy's like, we gotta get down there. So did Bellamy think it must be Octavia? She's pretty, which is weird. And then he finds out it's Clark, he's like, oh, I guess I never considered it. Had your taste, McCreary. But yeah, I think that hope, it is, like Bellamy was hoping that his sister was still alive. I mean, when I say that he didn't really know what to do with himself, I mean, he was delegating work, but there's only so much that we can do, the 6 of us for 6 years in space, so, yeah.
Yeah, I would have gone stir crazy. I'm glad that I got to run around the forest. Although
Yeah, good for you.
I was on my own for quite some time.
There was that bird. Remember that bird?
Oh, yeah.
Became friends with the bird.
Can you imagine talking to
Clark, is that you? We need to apologize. What's going on?
This is Kevin.
She must be very beautiful.
Say hello, Kevin. Oh dear.
Oh God, oh wow. Yeah, she
Excellent
is
shot,
important
though.
to me.
Excellent shot with one shot hitting that bird. That's pretty good. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you eat him up?
Oh yeah. Well, he ate me first.
Right. There.
Oh, that's so gross.
Yeah,
We have time for one more question.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just along that, I wanted to find out, when they're standing there, looking down at the new planet, where is their hope coming from there?
I mean, this beautiful green-looking new planet.
Well, remember, oh no, can't talk about that. That's season 6 stuff.
No, don't do that.
Thank you.
So my question is for the season 5 finale, it is Monty and Harper that choose to wake up Bellamy and Clark out of the whole entire cast, and they kind of tell them to take care of their son. How do you think they feel about that?
What was it?
Like, how Monty, I spoke about this yesterday, how Monty and Harper just kind of okay, and now you've got a 23-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
I think they both looked at each other and just thought, let's try not to kill this one.
Yeah. That's a good answer. Yeah.
My other question is, in season 4, Riley is brought up, and no one knows who the heck he is.
It was so important to Clark.
I know. That storyline just kind of fell by the wayside.
I know, and this is the thing.
I was like, really? And I was like, and apparently the story was that they were supposed to be
in the same
in
fashion.
the same, like they were kind of high up, and their parents were very important people. Like dad being an engineer, mum being the head of medicine and stuff, and then his parents being something similar, and us being the most competitive at school, or kind of.
And the only blonde-haired blue-eyed people on the ship.
On the whole ship.
But the other thing,
that was it. They never, it was weird.
but also I'm like, Riley, I didn't save you so you do this, and then he just goes and commits suicide. I didn't save you to do that either.
On that note, let's thank Eliza Chan.
Thank you.